Thank you for listening to Two Talking Arseholes. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only and may deal with adult topics and adult themes.
Brownstown, we're with you when you fight. Brownstown, bark with the dogs tonight. Brownstown, Cleveland is right behind
you. Bum-tish. Hello everybody. This is so hilarious. Nobody knows how funny this is. Welcome to Talking to Our Souls. It's the 20th of June. And this is, we've just done 15 minutes and I didn't record it. I feel awful. I feel awful for Av because he did some great stuff and he's never going to top that.
I'd say it was just me being racist, wasn't it? Good thing you didn't record it.
And me being sexist. You can't argue with that. So, I'm also out of breath because I've gone and got myself a prop, which has pleased me. So, start again. Ba-bum-tish. 20th of June. I'm Steve Henn. Welcome to Talking to Our Souls. Over there we have Ba-bum-tish.
Get me off the plane, Mr. Singh.
It's funnier the first time.
Because you didn't expect me to say it. That's what you know is coming.
Oh, how about that? Get me off the plane, Mr. Singh. We did a great 15-minute... We actually played a clip of Preti Patel talking in on Wednesday. Was it funny, Av?
What? Preti Patel?
The end of the clip when she talks about being a smuggler.
It was mildly amusing, I would say.
Well, I'll play it then.
This government will not be deterred from doing the right thing. We will not be put off by the inevitable legal last-minute challenges, nor we will allow mobs, Madam Deputy Speaker, to block removals. We will not stand idly by and let organised crime gangs, who are despicable in their nature and their conduct, evil people, treat human beings as cargo.
Evil people treating human beings as cargo.
I was going to say, I heard the first bit when he took it, they won't be deterred from doing the right thing. I was like, you've never done the right thing, so you haven't been deterred because you've been doing the wrong thing. Does that make sense?
When you say it, it makes sense. but when she says stuff, it very rarely makes her and Mr. BJ Johnson. Oh, I heard something about Keir Starmer. Let me come back to Keir Starmer later, Av. If we've got nothing to say what did you want to say about Keir Starmer? But yeah, I just going on a plane to Rwanda. I didn't think it was ever going to happen. I just think it's wrong. I think it's morally wrong. That whole speech was basically saying that everyone who's a conservative thinks we're doing the right thing, but we are doing the wrong thing because all these people are saying that we can't do it. But I remember that Yvette Cooper said, and I'll be careful how I said this, 4 of them were pulled off by us. We pulled 4 of them off before the last 4 we pulled off. We pulled off the last 4.
They weren't even at the Mile High, were they? Mile High Club? They didn't even get that off the ground.
Are you a member of the Mile High Club?
No, I'm married.
He said that so quick. I haven't. I don't know how. Anyway, if you've been a member of the Mile High Club, do put it in the comments. We'd like to meet you.
I don't think there's many people who are part of the Mile High Club at the moment because not many planes are leaving. So. Yeah.
That is true, but no, we pulled them off ourselves. So it was some of them were pulled off by the Court of Human Rights, and I reckon Boris pulled them off. Oh no, you reckon Boris pulled them off, do you?
No. No, remember, no senior ministers will get their hands dirty, literally, by doing that. It would be a junior minister trying to prove himself or herself or themselves. A junior minister would go onto the plane, onto the tarmac, thank you very much, Mac, and pull them off one by one. It'd be funny, though, if someone says, pull them off. I'm not getting paid to do that. Get out, pull them off. and there'd be like four chaps walking off the best flight ever.
You say they'll walk off smiling. I heard that they were all like they had their feet tied together. They were like bundled into that plane. Fucking bastards. I don't know if that's true, people. It was just it was a person on Sky News who was on the plane said that he was beaten up and had his hands and his legs tied together. And when he got there, all of the 6 people that were on the plane also had their feet tied together.
You can understand why, can't you? You can understand why.
No, I can't understand why.
Because when you're getting pulled off, they won't like jump up,
That's well, no, because it's the conservative way. I'm surprised they didn't have a rope round their neck and an orange stuffed in their gobs.
Oh no.
That's the conservative way.
Do you know what you need to do, Boris? He needs to rewind his necking. What they're saying is I should stop the people smugglers, right? And my feeling is, right, these people smugglers are regularly, it's like clockwork, isn't it, the way they're letting these guys get on? And I'm thinking, should talk to the people smugglers and offer them jobs to work on the trains, because they would be more reliable and no strike action.
You're jumping ahead to the strike action there, but I do think that see, just because you can drive a boat doesn't mean you can drive a train, Av.
No. The people smugglers don't drive the boats. They organise everything, don't they?
They don't, do they? They just say, the tallest one, you could steer the engine, you're going that way.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
You could pay them a management fee for running the trains. That's what they do anyway, the government. Pay all these operators a management fee. And look what you get. Strike action.
We're too early with the strikes. We've still got it.
I know. I'm jumping ahead, yeah, but
no, but I agree with you. Well, I don't agree with you because I don't think that
you're a great politician. I agree.
Yeah,
but I disagree.
I agree with you. Turn around. I disagree with you. Yeah. No, I agree with you, but I don't agree with you because I don't think they should be given jobs or money. The people smugglers. That's all. That. Morally, I don't think it's right. It's like
Steve,
giving Piers Morgan the job as ethics minister.
Steve, you're getting confused. You're thinking that I've got the authority to bring him over to give him a job. I haven't. I'm just having some light-hearted fun here, Steve. You went too serious.
Dear Mr. Av Singh, I saw you on the internet the other day. I would like a job on the, I was going to say on the Dunedin line, on the Circle line, between 10 and 11 in the morning.
Well, you're talking about Piers Morgan as his ethics, right? I thought it was his ethnic minister, which left because he was racially abused or something.
Is there such a thing as an ethnics minister?
He's an advisor on ethnic minorities. Yeah, it's Priti Patel. So she advised him how to racially abuse them.
She's just an abuser, though, isn't she? I would think. Okay. But I need to say this, because this is my biggest bugbear of the whole thing with this new policy, is they're saying that we need to, because they want everyone, all these right-wing people in this country, they say, well, yeah, that's right, we should stop the evil people that are bringing them over on a boat because they're killing them in the channel. But no, the best way is to put them on a ferry on a Friday at 7 o'clock. We've got loads of ferries crossing the channel, so if we paid a ferry firm to bring our immigrants over, our refugees, our people who are struggling, then they won't die, and they might have a meal as well. I don't know if the meal's coming in.
Steve, what would happen is I'll have all these ferries, and I'll say, come on, let's get you all over, yeah? It'll be like thousands upon thousands, and then Priti Patel.
She'll be the propeller.
Yeah, Priti Patel. Propeller. She'll make sure those will sink right down the channel. Problem solved. Problem solved. Boris.
But like, I don't understand what the problem is, because like, if they're spending £500,000 on an aeroplane for 6 people, surely hiring a ferry to bring them across.
No, Steve, you missed the point. They don't want them here.
What are you saying? Are you saying It's not because they're dying in the ocean they don't want them here. Are you saying that they just don't want anybody else in the country because we're full?
No, because they're racist. Allegedly.
No, allegedly. No, allegedly. No. I'm sure if we went to the Court of Human Rights, they would say that the Conservative government are incompetent and racist. And I don't know which is the worst. I do know which is the worst. Well, I don't know. Because incompetence is killing people. And racism is just destroying the country. So I have no idea what's better. Any happy news?
God.
Didn't you?
You're asking now, aren't you? God. Yeah, happy news is God. God is there.
God is... Hey, do you know what day it is tomorrow?
Oh.
It's the longest day tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the shortest show tonight.
The shittest show tonight?
No, I didn't say the shittest show. I said the shortest show.
Oh, yeah.
The shortest show tonight. It's the longest day, but that means every day after tomorrow, it's going to get darker.
Well, if immigrants keep coming over, it definitely would. That's not me saying that, that's the Conservatives.
This is cut now, Av. Whatever you say now, I just think it's funny you saying it's going to get darker. I mean, I don't know. I could leave it in, but we know that Av's not a horrible person. Dear Av Singh, could you get me a job on the trains?
No, you got to say, hey, Mr. Singh, you did the jobs on the trains. Give me the one, please.
Give me the one. Did you see that the High Court adjudication? Did you see the name of the judge?
Mr. Singh.
Mr. Singh. Judge Singh. I think you should. Yeah. That's what you should be. You should be a judge.
Do you know? I looked at it and I thought, oh, it's always the way. You get the Indian guy to do the dirty work.
No, I suppose, yeah.
It wouldn't look good if it was a white chap, would it?
Well, yes and no. Yes and no. I see what I actually don't. I believe they decided he should do it because he was the best man for the job. I believe. I never even thought. Do you know? I never even thought of that. That actually it was political manoeuvrings on people's parts.
I would have loved to seen Nigel there giving out the decision, reading it on behalf of the judge. That would have been brilliant. I think that would have been fantastic entertainment.
Oh, you watch too much, Nigel.
He keeps drawing me back in. I just got to see what he's saying.
Got me prop. Whenever he mentions Nigel, I got me toilet roll. Yeah, and before we did a whole thing about Av needing toilet roll because he makes Nigel Farage makes him shit himself, and I said no, it's not. That's not the reason why we've got the toilet roll.
It's when Steve talks about Priti Patel.
Oh yeah, no, I tell you what, I've got a camel for that. It's more absorbent.
Like I said, I don't want to know. I can't even look at you, Steve. I think we should end it now.
We should end it with Priti Patel and Nigel Farage, his love child, Av Singh. But I don't even think the timeline would work on that. Because you're 22. Nigel Farage is 60. Do you think?
He's 60. Is he 60?
I don't know. Alexa, how old is Nigel Farage?
Nigel Farage is 58. He is also a...
58.
Oh, he could be. He could adopt me. I could call him Dad.
You could call him Daddy.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo! Train strike, go on.
No, I think, all these people smugglers, I think they should bring them over and get them to manage the trains. They'll be more regular, won't they? And more dependable to get to the right destination.
They would be more dependable. And they would be on time. Depending on the tide. But, I'm all for I'm all for this strike, and I really want it to turn into a general strike. I really do, because I think people are so fed up. But the thing that worries me is the government wants them to go on strike, so we can all say we fucking hate the train drivers.
if a general was to strike, it would just impact the army, wouldn't it?
No, a general strike, not a major strike. A general strike.
So majors can strike as well. I didn't know that people in the army can strike.
Actually, I don't know if they could. Could they? I don't suppose they could. Police officers and firefighters can't strike, can they?
Firefighters can strike. They have. I don't think it's police officers.
I
think firefighters have
struck a match.
Were on strike not long ago, but I'm sure there was talk of the government saying they want to change the law so they can't strike. But it was more like their striking was like it wasn't they weren't fully off strike. It was like there'd be like so many members off strike, and some were still on.
Yeah,
there'd be like a bare minimum.
The firefighter with the biggest hose and helmet would always be on duty. Do you know, I was caught in a fire, and a fireman put me over his shoulder, and I was rubbing against his helmet all night.
It's like the worst Carry-On film.
Do you know? I think Chris Evans actually said that. Not Chris Evans, Captain America. Chris Evans, Ginger DJ did that.
Ginger GJ.
Ginger GJ.
Yeah.
She was in the Eurovision Song Contest. Ginger GJ. I wanted to say so. Oh, striking, right? Apparently, this guy was saying that nurses and firefighters and essential services should not be allowed to strike. And I was going, oh, he's talking rubbish. And then he said, as long as they had an independent, I'm making him yawn, as long as they had an independent arbitration, so to decide how much money they get, like the government, who always seem to get like 50 grand every year, or 5. So that would be all right, wouldn't it? If nurses weren't allowed to strike, and doctors and firefighters, but they had a committee, an independent committee, who decided how much money they get raised every year, it'd be fine.
I get it why people shouldn't get pay rises, but then MPs get a fucking pay rise.
Yeah, but we all voted them in.
Fish and chips is almost a tenner, isn't it?
Fish is so expensive now. Yeah. Thank God. Thank God for leaving the European Union. God, fucking love it. You know, if I can buy a piece of cod for a tenner, I'm happy. It's irony again. Irony. Hey, Av, because we're running short of time, can you remember when we did a whole thing on Michael Gove?
Calm down.
I think it was actually before that. I think it was before. I don't know. But I think it was before.
Calm down.
It's like they're in the room together.
Calm down.
So, would you like to see what we talked about with Michael Gove?
Yeah, better, because I don't remember it.
You can't have a Ukrainian in your house if you don't pass the checks if you've been a criminal, right? Nobody in the fucking cabinet, Johnson, Patel, Hunt, Raab, would get a look in because they would never pass the criminal checks.
Do you know what? Maybe I shouldn't laugh, but Michael Gove. That's Michael Gove. Would you take? Are you going to take someone? Are you going to take somebody? He goes, well, I'll just moved out to my house. His missus divorced him. He's going through a divorce, isn't he?
After going to a disco.
Be married to Michael Gove. Oh my God.
No, that's the thing. When you said married, I thought Michael Gove.
I didn't even know he was married. I was thinking,
and it's not that, and it's not because we think he may be gay. It's because we think he's weird. Why would you marry that?
I'm saying it don't matter what gender you are.
No, that's what I mean. But but if he was married to a woman, then you'd probably think he was into women rather than like the reason why he wasn't married would be because he doesn't like women, right? If he wasn't married to a woman, I mean, right? You said she was a woman. Don't make me dig holes, right? But it's not because of his sexuality. It's because he's a weirdo.
He's a weirdo.
He's a weirdo, and no one would want to live with him. That's what we think. Not that it's a gender sexual thing. It's because he's a weirdo. And they say, well, no, of course he can't be married.
I'm just trying to. You're right in the respects of if you're Ukrainian, you're just happy to get away from.
Yeah.
What's happening, don't you? So you wouldn't be too bothered. But obviously, if you had a choice, it would. If you had like a lineup of people and you knew about them, he's probably the one you think, no, I don't want to go to his dance.
It's like when you're at school and you're being picked for football, and then I'll have you. I'm not having you. And I was always the last one in goals.
Nah, we're not. You're okay, Golby.
Yeah.
Kick him in the nuts.
That's it. God, what a choice! You could go live with Rob Hunt, Williamson, or Gove. Who would you choose?
Probably Williamson, because you can kick him around, couldn't you?
But that's what all the Ukrainians would say Williamson because, he told Russia to go away, so obviously he's a decent bloke.
Is he going to be called you have to call him Sir, though. It'll go to his head, wouldn't it? I know Boris tried to get a few into his house.
No, he didn't.
He did.
No, he didn't.
He did.
He didn't want the wallpaper ruined.
I told you, he's trying to get his leg over a few more people.
For those of you who don't know what the word leg over means.
That's too graphic, like. I'm not going to just describe what you just did there.
You can watch it on Talking to Our Souls.
Not very memorable.
Thanks for doing this early. We can stop now unless there's anything else you need to say. It'll be weird if only me and you find it funny.
Brownstown, Cleveland is right behind you.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show. We hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe and share this because it will help us. And don't forget to tune in next week, 8 p.m. Mondays. Ta-ra! So